My manager at the time got a phone call saying, I've got a two-headed snake that I found in Northridge, and I think your client, Nick Cage, would be interested. And I won't mention how much it cost.
Nicolas Cage and the crazy things he bought before going broke. We've all heard more than a few stories of celebrities going broke, but how world-famous actor Nicolas Cage went broke truly takes the cake. Watch this video to find out the crazy things he just couldn't stop buying. Nicolas Cage rose to fame in the 90s, eventually accruing a $150 million fortune as one of the highest-paid actors in Hollywood. With an impressive filmography background, Cage was famous for his roles in hit movies like Con Air, Ghost Rider, Gone in 60 Seconds, Face Off, The Rock, The Crooks, and more. By the mid-90s, Cage was becoming a household name. His unmistakable look and style of method acting was hard to forget, and he had a charismatic presence on screen.
I am a bad man.
Between 1996 and 2011, Cage starred in various box office hits and managed to build a net worth of $150 million. Forbes listed him as one of the highest-paid actors of all time, and it is said that he made $40 million in the year 2009 alone. These were big decades for Cage, but shockingly, his spending habits would prove to be even bigger. So how on earth did Cage manage to squander it all away so fast? It seemed that he had a taste for the more lavish things in life, and he didn't hold back when it came to his impulses. By the time Cage reached his mid-40s, his spending habits were out of control. He bought not one, but two Bahamian islands on a total of 40 acres valued at $7 million. Seems excessive, right? Well, get this. It is reported that Cage once owned 15 residences at the same time. Does anyone need that many homes? We don't think so. These residences included a $25 million waterfront home in Newport Beach, California, a $15.7 million home in Newport, Rhode Island, and a lavish $8.5 million mansion in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Vegas has been good to me. It really has. It's both a small town and a big city.
He even bought castles in Europe and a $3.4 million mansion in New Orleans. Talk about the high life. But Cage didn't stop at real estate. His spending extended to many different areas of life. One of his odder purchases was a 9-foot-tall burial tomb. A bit morbid if you ask us, but not as strange as his purchase of pygmy heads. That's right, the skulls of people. Cage didn't just buy pygmy skulls, though. He even outbid Leonardo DiCaprio to buy a $67 million old dinosaur skull valued at over $300,000.
It was the skull I bought at an auction, and I bought it legally.
Perhaps even stranger was his purchase of 2 albino king cobras. It is reported that Cage's snake habit has cost him upward of $80 million.
I just acquired 2 king cobras.
But that's still not all. Cage purchased a Gulfstream jet for a cool $20 million, the first Superman comic for $150,000. And it doesn't stop there. Cage has had quite the collection of vehicles for land, water, and air. Cage purchased the Shah of Iran's Lamborghini for $450,000 at auction. He also bought 4 yachts, with one of them costing approximately $20 million. And we can't forget about his $3 million Ferraro Enzo either. Cage is also reportedly quite the animal lover and has purchased what some would refer to as a zoo of animals over the years. He's known to have a coon cat, a cow, an assortment of fish and turtles, and even a talking crow. It has also been said that at one point in his career, Cage had an octopus in the aquarium of his Hollywood home. It's pretty clear Cage likes to keep life interesting, and he isn't afraid to shell out the cash to do so. So there you have it. $150 million blown in seemingly no time at all. We can't forget to mention that Cage has been quite generous when it comes to donating to his charities of choice as well.
I found an orphanage and I said to the headmistress, "This is for you." Put $20,000 cash in her hand.
In addition to his loose spending habits, Cage has also gotten into some trouble with the IRS. He ended up owing them $13 million and blamed his money manager for leading him astray. Luckily for Cage, he resurfaced on the big screen in recent years, taking on various roles in popular films, and has managed to build his net worth back up to approximately $25 million.